Make your own scented jar candle safe and easy hobby. Making a scented jar candle as a hobby is something that you can easily do at home. Once your friends and family see the scented candles that you create, they will put in requests for specific colors and scents. Pretty soon you can have a profitable home-based business making and selling each scented jar candle that you make. You can use an aromatherapy oil for your scented jar candle and have one in your home for all different kinds of healing properties. To make a scented jar candle, there are different sizes of jars that you can use. Try a frosted glass jar or a simple plain jar. You can also decorate the outside of the scented jar candles with pictures, sayings, name and dates to personalize the candles. There are various kinds of jars that you can buy for your scented candles, some of which look like jars of homemade jam. You can also get an aromatherapy jar candle that looks like a mug. With this type of candle jar, once the candle is completely burned out, you can wash out the jar and use it as a mug. If you want to make a scented jar candle, you don't have to go to the extra expense of buying special jars. It doesn't matter what kind of jar you use, so you have endless options when it comes to making scented jar candles. It is the candle that is scented and not the jar, which means that just about any kind of glass container will do. You can even use drinking glasses if you wish. One option is to ask your friends and neighbors to save glass bottles for you. Baby food bottles make delightful little containers for scented candles. By using these smaller jars you can have an aromatherapy jar candle to give as samples, if you decide to start your own business. Using glass bottles that would otherwise go into the trash as containers for scented jar candles is a great way to help the environment. Before you do use this type of jar for your scented jar candle, you do need to wash it thoroughly. Sometimes you may have difficulty getting the label off, but if you intend to apply your own label to the aromatherapy jar candle, it won't matter if you don't get off all the glue. However, you shouldn't apply the new label to the jar for the scented candle until after the candle has set completely. The heat from the melted wax will cause the label to fall off. When you create your own scented jar candle, you can also paint the jar in any pattern or in any color you wish. If you want, you can paint the jar and leave the candle white. Flat house paint will easily cover the jars you use for the scented jar candles, but you may need to apply 3 coats. This does take a lot longer to get the scented jar candle you want, but once you see the results, it will be well worth the extra effort.